Foster. Coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
Herb, the Mullen job is all wrapped up. We're coming right in before the fog gets any heavier. Over and out.
Hey, Dad, would you take a look at that?
What?
It's Terry out there on water skis.
In this weather? Hey, pretty good.
You're pretty handy with those things.
Oh, thanks, Captain John. Well, that water's cold out there today.
If you find a little sunnier day to ski, you better come in with us.
Oh, thanks, Carl, but I better keep practicing. The race is in just a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty rusty.
Look good to me.
Hey, that's my line.
Oh,
By the way, how's your mother and father, Terry?
fine. That's what I wanted to tell you. They're having a party Saturday night at our place on the island. I want you all to come.
Well, I'm not much of a party man.
Oh, come on.
Well, all right.
Ah, fine. Well, back to work.
After all this exercise, what about letting me feed you tonight?
Okay, but I gotta watch my figure.
Mind if I watch, too?
Oh. Where's my towel?
Nice kid. Glad you approve.
Brother.
Emily Van Buren called today. She invited us to a party Saturday night.
Yeah, no.
How'd you know?
Terry was down to harbor today, she told us.
Oh. I wonder if I could make my blue dress, too. Or if I got some material, I might be able to fix the pink. What do you think, dear?
Oh, you look good in anything, honey.
Oh, I can't wear just anything to this party. It's formal. All the women will have evening clothes on.
Why don't you buy a new dress?
Do you think I should?
The best looking gal there should be the best dress, sure.
Oh, it'll be fun. We haven't dressed up like this in a long time. And you'll have to wear a dinner jacket, dear.
A what?
A tuxedo.
Who says so?
Well, all the men will wear them, dear.
Not me.
Oh, John, don't make a fuss about it.
I got nothing against tuxedos. If the other men want to wear them, that's their business. But I wouldn't feel right dressed up like that.
You want to look nice, don't you?
I want to look and feel like myself, and I couldn't feel right rigged up in one of those fried shirts. Oh, man, not me. Tuxedo is out. And we're not even part of that monkey business.
Oh, that'll be fine, sir, with just a few minor alterations.
Minor? If I took a deep breath, there'd be pieces of this coat all over the store.
Well, you have got a massive chest, sir.
This is the best you can do. Let's forget it.
Now, our motto is never say die.
That may be your motto, but I'm the guy that can't breathe.
No. We'll let it out a little here, and we'll lengthen it here. Oh, how do you do, sir? I'll be with you in just a moment. And then we'll move the button so.
Well, come on, get it over with.
Oh, now, please, sir, you must be properly dressed.
What have you been doing, dear? You've been dressing 2 hours.
I give up. How do you put this thing together?
By the way, Dad, how are we going out to the island?
Zach Morgan's going to lend us his lunch.
I can't reach you, dear.
No cabin on that launch. What if it rains?
Oh, we can't take a chance of getting wet. Sit down, honey.
Maybe you ought to wear some other kind of clothes, huh?
Maybe we ought to find another way to get there. And right now, we don't want to be late.
I happen to be the skipper of a seaworthy vessel called the Cheryl.
Do you think it's all right to go in the Cheryl?
Well, what's the matter with her?
Cheryl-Ann's a fine idea. I'll get the car.
All this fuss over a party, and probably a pretty dull one at that.
Darling, we're going to have fun. Come on.
Yeah.
Hello, Terry. How are you?
Oh,
Emily?
hello.
May, dear, what a lovely dress. Thank you.
Captain John, you look great.
Hey, he's married. Won't I do?
If I have no choice. Come on, help me pick out the records for dancing.
Excuse me,
Where's Henry?
Oh, wouldn't you know it? He was called to New York on urgent business. Had to fly yesterday.
Oh?
It was too late to postpone the party. Oh, what a shame he had to miss it. Are we the only ones here? Are we early, Emily? No. It's 7:05.
I thought the invitation was for 7.
It was.
May I serve you something?
Ginger ale, please. And dry martini.
Not right now, thanks.
Oh, will you excuse me? The others have arrived on the dock. Hello.
Hey, come here. Who's that guy?
Which one?
The big one talking to the Van Buren babe.
Never saw him before. Why?
Something familiar about him. I can't figure it.
Well, he hasn't been around the 3 weeks I've been working here.
I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, sure. He's an old fraternity brother of yours from Harvard.
Oh, stop your clowning.
Who's clowning? Stop wasting your time thinking of him and start thinking about the job. 3 weeks of this maid's routine has given me the willies. Let's pull it and get out of here.
Everything set?
I've been casing it for 3 weeks, haven't I?
No, I don't want any slip-ups.
Look, Sam, I didn't get you all the way up here from St. Louis for a slip-up. This is a big haul and it's a cinch. Particularly with Van Buren out of the way. That's a break I never expected.
Look, baby, pretty soon you have your own maids waiting on you.
And I'd better. I'm sick and tired of these penny ante jobs we've been pulling.
I still wonder where I've seen that guy.
Nice party.
Thanks. You haven't tried the hors d'oeuvres yet.
I took one look at that room and decided I better stay out here.
Oh, nonsense. Why, I almost forgot. Henry wanted me to tell you that he landed that Catalina Island contract, and he'll probably need you to move the material and equipment over from the mainland for it.
Sounds like a big job.
I expect it will be. He'll probably need both you and Carl on it.
Good.
She's a sturdy little boat. Sleep 6. Excellent for cruising up and down the coast.
How nice.
You spend much time on the water, Mrs. Herrick?
I leave that to my husband.
How large a boat does he sail?
About 82 feet.
He must require at least a couple of crewmen.
Oh, he manages with 3 or 4.
I knew I'd seen him before.
Who?
The big guy. I saw him renting a tux, the same place I got this rig.
You crazy. Friends of the Van Burens don't rent tuxedos.
Well, this one does.
I gotta admit that I haven't seen him around here before. Most of the other guests, yeah, but him, no. Do you think maybe he's a cop?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out more about him. We can't take any chances.
All I know is their name's Herrick. She's a lovely person. Her husband sails a 90-footer with a crew of at least 6.
Is that so?
You loading up for the winter?
This is Terry's idea of an appetizer. You getting used to it?
Used to what?
Dinner jacket.
I forgot I had it on. Hey, Carl. Emily just told me Henry got that new construction job, Catalina Island. Wants us to move the stuff for him.
It'd be quite a load.
This Van Buren job will be the biggest job we've done yet.
I knew it. Him and that kid are here for the same reason we are. He's got his eye on the Van Buren stuff, too.
Oh, that's impossible.
It is, huh? I heard them. They're planning to make a big haul.
Which one is he?
Him, the one with the big guy.
Oh, him.
You seen him before?
Yeah, he's been around rushing the daughter.
There you are. He's been casing the job the same as you. And I'll tell you something else. I think I know who the big guy is. He looks a lot like a guy who used to operate out of Detroit. Big Mike Gordon, one of the best heist artists in the business.
He know you?
No, we never met, but I seen his picture in the post office one time. Real big operator.
What are we going to do?
I gotta do something. This is too big a haul to let it get away from us. You go upstairs. As soon as you get a chance, grab this stuff and bring it down. You think you can take care of it? Then you plant it where I can find it, like we planned.
And this boat is a 100-foot twin diesel with a crew of 8. Name's Herrick.
Really? Well,
The fog has settled by then, and I can tell you that it would have been touch and go if it hadn't been for our radar screen. By the way, is your yacht equipped with radar, Mr. Herrick?
Well, I don't exactly have a yacht. You see,
I'm sorry, old man. All this boat talk has probably been very boring to you.
Oh, no, not at all.
You see, to us on the water, the weather can be very hazardous. If you've driven your car in a fog, you can imagine what it's like trying to pick your way through a breakwater and up the channel in a heavy fog.
I don't see how you do it.
Telephone for you, sir.
For me? You sure?
Yes, sir. If you'll come this way.
Would you excuse me, please?
Yes, of course.
You got an idea about pulling this Van Buren job?
Why? What about it?
Well, if you have, forget it.
Why?
Look, I'll give it to you straight. I'm planning on pulling the Van Buren job, so you lay off.
How could you handle a job like that?
Never mind how I can do it. You're not the only one who knows his way around. Now, look, I got it all lined up, so keep your nose out.
Well, suppose I don't. This is a pretty big job.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want it. When'd you pull your last job?
This afternoon. What about it?
What are you, a monopoly or something? Give somebody else a chance.
What are you talking about?
Look, you're a slick one, but this is mine. Lay off.
Ah, there you are, Herrick. That was a good one, all right, the way you tried to pull my leg.
The way I what?
No yacht, indeed. Oh, Mrs. Burgess told me all about that beauty of yours.
Well, the Cheryl Ann's a mighty fine tug, but I wouldn't exactly call her a yacht.
You call her a tug? Well, you're much too modest, Herrick. I'd say that a 120-footer with a crew of at least 10 is quite a yacht. And I enjoy your sense of humor very much.
Having a good time, Dan? How can I tell? I feel like I'm looking at one of those foreign movies.
everything settled?
Oh, he's a cool character. Admits he's planning to pull the Van Buren job, and then he deadpans me, makes like he don't know what I'm talking about.
You ought to be able to handle him.
I don't know. He's a slick operator. I've been watching him. He don't even take a drink. Knows what's going on every minute. And I'll tell you something. He admits he's already pulled one job this afternoon. How do you like that? 2 jobs in one day. This guy's a real pro.
So, what are you? Amateur night in Dixie?
Yeah, I know, but he's got this other guy working with him. 2 of them might be hard to handle.
Well, you better figure out something. I didn't go through this maid's routine for laughs. I'll see if I can get him in here.
She's not very fast, but a real good seaboat. I don't think that... Excuse me.
Are you ready to talk things over? Are you ready to talk things over?
Maybe.
In the pantry.
Something on your mind?
You willing to split this job?
I might. What's the deal?
You don't make trouble, I don't make trouble. We split the stuff right down the middle.
Where is the stuff?
Never mind, I got it lined up.
Keep talking.
Well, I get off here at 12 o'clock. You know the Van Buren launch? Meet me there right after 12 and we'll make the split.
Suppose there's trouble.
Just in case. You got artillery?
You guys got it worked out?
It's a pleasure to do business with you. Carl. Excuse us, Terry. I'd like to talk to you. See you on the terrace. Emily, could I talk to you for just a minute? Would you excuse us, please?
Yes, will you forgive me?
Certainly.
Who is this waiter you've got working for you?
I don't know. Someone just hired to help out tonight. Why?
The maid?
Edna? Well, she's fairly new. Only been with us for weeks.
Did she recommend a waiter?
I believe so. Why? Is there anything wrong, John?
Plenty. Come on.
You aren't going to split with him, are you?
Look, baby, by the time he gets down there at 12 o'clock, I'm long gone on the launch. It's the fastest thing on the island, so I'm clear.
That's more like it.
Besides, I had to think of some way of stalling him. You sure you got the stuff planted okay?
Down on the dock, just like we planned.
No chance of her missing it.
No, not until she goes upstairs after the party.
And by then, I'm lost.
Yeah, you're lost. What about me? Do I have to stay here another 2 weeks?
Look, baby, you gotta. If you left too quick, they'd get suspicious. Hang around long enough to let things cool off, and then you can find some excuse for quitting and meet me in New Orleans. I'll unload the stuff there.
Are you sure you can duck this guy?
Don't worry. We'll make sure him and the kid are still in the house before I make my move.
I just can't believe it.
Sounds like somebody's pulling your leg, Dad.
No, I figure this guy's on the level. He's probably after your jewelry, Emily.
Mine? I'd better go and see if my jewel case is still upstairs.
Most likely stashed someplace by now.
Why don't we call the police?
That's not enough. By the time a boat would get here, it'd be gone.
Why do we jump it? You and I can handle him.
Henry have a gun, Emily?
No.
He has, and he'd use it.
We've got to do something.
Well, we will. You call the police and tell them to get a boat out here. You better check your jewelry. Carl and I'll see what we can do. But just take it easy and don't do anything suspicious.
Okay.
I still think they're pulling a gag. Are we going to meet him at 12 o'clock?
I got him figured right. He'll double-cross me for sure. It's almost 11. I bet he'll take off before 12 so he won't have to split with me.
I always thought you had kind of an honest face, too.
Well, don't you be so righteous. They thought you were casing the job.
It's clouding up. May have some rain after all tonight.
If it does and this suit shrinks, that little tailor will blow a gasket. Come on.
I understand it. We got to keep this guy from getting away, catch him with the loot, and keep from getting shot, right?
That's about it.
Well, how are you going to do it?
Think you can siphon the gas out of that crate?
You kidding? It's the way I used to make my living before I started casing jewel robbers.
Very funny.
A funny thing happened to me on the way to the...
Funny thing will happen to you right here if you don't quit clowning. Come on.
Okay. Siphon these gas tanks. They're in the bilge.
See if you can find a pair of pliers and pinch the line. That'll leave him enough gas to get started.
Right.
Hurry up now. We haven't got much time. I want him to see us both up here so he'll figure it's safe to make his move. You plant yourself somewhere so you can watch the path leading down to the dock. If he starts down, give me a signal. Okay?
Okay.
Hi, Terry.
Hi there. I've been looking all over for you. Trying to avoid me.
On the contrary, I've been scouting locations.
Locations? For what?
For us. Come on.
Where are we going?
Just down the lawn to the water. You afraid?
Ha! Don't be silly.
John, you were right. The jewel case is missing.
Did you call the police?
Yes. They said they'd send a boat, but it'll be an hour before it gets here.
A little bit after 11. Something ought to happen here pretty soon.
It's lovely out here tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You looking for something?
Hmm.
Then pay a little attention to me.
Well?
It's okay. The big guy's dancing, the young fella's down on the lawn with the girl.
Well, what's okay about that? He can see the dock from there.
I doubt if he can see anything but her big blue eyes.
You sure?
You want a diagram? Look, it's almost 11:30. You better get going. Use the back door.
Well, you got the box planted all right?
Under the dock, or right where we planned. Be careful.
So long, baby. See ya.
Well, I didn't have time to send you an engraved invitation.
Excuse me.
Okay, Dad. Now.
Would you excuse me, please? Easy. Okay.
Be careful, Dad.
His aim's a little shaky. Keep him busy. Gerald and the dispatcher. Come in, Herb.
Come in, Captain John.
Herb, there's a patrol boat on its way out to the island. Raise them on the radio and tell them I'm circling the island with a fish on the end of my line. And tell them to send somebody out to the Van Burens to arrest the maid Edna. Right. Maybe we better get back. The party's about over.
Got a hunch Mom will hate to leave.
I can stay, but this suit's got to be back by morning. Well, there she is.
Why, it is a tug.
That's what I told you, but you wouldn't take my word for it.
She's a beauty, though. Love to take a ride on her sometime with you, Captain.
Anytime.
Frankly, I envy you, Mrs. Herrick. I think our little cruiser was built by Mother Sill personally. I get seasick just looking at her.
Well, my dear, take your Dramamine and let's go home.
It's been lovely meeting you both. We're having the Van Burens over next week. We'd love to have you join us. I'll call you.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Good.
Come on.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't let us interrupt you.
That's all right, Captain John. It's getting to be the story of my life.
Come on, let's go home.
Good night.
What a lovely party. You weren't too bored, were you, dear?
Oh, I managed to keep busy. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.